Hi everyone, Jeanne Omlor here for the weekly live that I do. If you don't know who I am a business profit strategist and coach, and I work with coaches, consultants, and service providers to help them to scale to great lengths online with organic marketing. Personally, I have hit over 1 million in my business since late 2019, so I'm super excited. And I thought that today I would share the money story aspect of this and how I did this, and I'm going to share exactly how you can do this. Okay, so I'll wait a couple minutes till some people turn up. As usual, on my lives, you can always plug yourself in the comments. I don't mind. In fact, I like people plugging themselves. I'm all for people making more money, so definitely plug yourself, say what you do. Let's create some traction here. If you're liking this and if you like my lives, do hashtag live so the other ladies can know that I'm here. And I will get started. Okay, so today I'm going to talk about how important it is to get your money story straight. Because if you don't have a really good money story that's serving you, it's going to be really hard to make money. It's going to be really hard to do anything to bring money in, actually. Now, the thing is, everybody has a money story. We have good money story, we have bad money story. We've all got money story because money is what helps people to live. In the old days, they used to exchange chickens, and they would have chickens, and then somebody would give them some potatoes, and it was a trading economy in the old days. But now we have money. We've had money for a long time. So money is so vital to us living and surviving and thriving and having nice things and supporting our family and friends and church, charities, you name it, we need money. Okay, so that's the first thing. I'm going to say the M word over and over again. Hey, Amber. So if you're liking this so far, do hashtag live. I do a live every week in the group. If you don't know who I am, I'm Jeanne Omlor. I'm a business profits strategist and coach, and I work with coaches, consultants, and service providers who are keen to get either from 0 to 6 figures or from 6 to 7 figures and everywhere in between. And I've gotten people from 0 to 6 figures in no time. Okay. So let's talk about money story. I love talking about money story because you know how when somebody smoked and then they don't smoke anymore, they're that reformed smoker? Well, I'm the reformed bad money story person. Why? I don't know why. Maybe because my dad lost all of his money when I was about 10. We were very wealthy. And overnight, we lost all our money. So it changed our lives. And we were like, okay, kids, now we're cutting coupons and all sorts of stuff, which is fine. But that does change your money story. My money story for the longest time was, oh, don't bother making money because you're just going to lose it all. Why did I think that? Probably because my dad lost all his money. So I love my dad, okay? He's no longer with us, but nicest person I've ever met. So I'm not blaming. There's no blame on this live. Now that's the first thing. We'll talk about that first. Your money and what's coming in, you have to delete all blame towards other people. In fact, delete all blame towards other people in your relationship, in your business, and everything you're doing. Because when you have a blaming energy, and we often even don't know we're blaming people, I actually ask myself, am I blaming anybody for anything right now in my life? And I kind of go through it, and I'm thinking, there's a little tiny bit of blame there. Delete. Okay, so the first thing is take responsibility. That's the first thing about money story. Take responsibility, accept, embrace, and love your background. No matter what background you're from and what money story you have, the money story is there to serve you because maybe you're there to rewrite the money story that's still serving you. So embrace whatever is right now. I think the most important thing is to accept what is. If you're enjoying this, by the way, hashtag live would be great and hearts would be lovely. Okay, so that's the first thing. No blame. And accept what is right now. Accept your background. Accept whatever money story. Accept that your mom said, money doesn't go on trees or grow on trees or whatever it is that you heard in your back story. Now, I have a whole training on this, long training in my program, which people are surprised about because they think I'm just about organic marketing, but I'm about a lot of things. Okay, now, by the way, if you're enjoying this, hashtag live would be wonderful. Hearts would be great. If you don't know who I am, Jeanne Omlor, business profit strategist and coach, and I work with coaches, service providers, and consultants to help you basically make more money very quickly online with high ticket. Okay, Bijal, how are you? Okay, so now the second thing about a money story that works for you is to write down everything you ever heard about money. I'm going to give you some how-to. Write down everything you ever heard about money in your home. So I mean money doesn't grow on trees. What do you think we're made of? Money, blah, blah, blah. We can't afford that. That's a big one. I never say to my children, we can't afford anything. Even when we were so poor and I had so much debt, which was only about a year and a half ago, actually, I never said we can't afford it. I said, let's think about that. That's not in our budget right now. And they go, oh, okay, Mom. Okay. And I said, we can rediscuss when it's in our budget. But I never said, oh, we can't afford that. Because then they never heard we can't afford that. Never heard. And actually, it's really funny because my daughter the other day, I said, yeah, because, I was paying the rent barely on credit. She's old enough to understand these things. She just went, what? You mean we weren't rich the whole time? I said, no. She said, oh, wow. I never felt like we were poor or didn't have something. She goes, I always thought we were rich. So that was good. I said, well, that's good. And she actually started to cry. She said, Mama, wow, I didn't know that. She's a teenager now, so she gets stuff. But I was really, really, really careful not to convey lack. Not to convey lack, just like everything is normal. Okay, so that's the first thing is dig deep, write down, get a piece of paper out and write down everything you ever heard from your parents, from friends, relatives, brothers, sisters, growing up that might have affected your money story and made it what it is. That, or could have affected your worthiness. Like, why don't you go just get a job as an XYZ clerk somewhere because, you're never going to make any money. So that's the first thing is to dig really deep into what went on, okay? There's a longer training in my program, but it's good to just start getting clear on this. Okay, now, that's the first thing. If anybody has any questions, just ask. Okay, the second thing is to start rewriting the story. So start writing what you want your story to be. So if your story is I'm in lack, then, okay, I don't want to be in lack, and my story is not supporting that. Let's get clear on why I am in lack. Let's get clear on my belief system about me. Now, I'm going to tell you a story. I had such a bad money story for years. I just believed I was supposed to be poor. Also, my grandmother was an artist, and she had never had any money. And I just believed, that's just, and I was an artist. I was an actress for many years, and I did other artistic stuff. And I just believed, well, all those other people are supposed to be rich. That's not me. That's them. There's those people. Those people are supposed to have money. Well, I'm inviting you right now to close your eyes and ask yourself, do you ever say things to yourself like, those people are supposed to be rich? Those people are supposed to make $1 million, but not me? Because if that's what you're telling yourself, you could change that right now just by being aware of it. By the way, if you're loving this, #live would be great, hearts would be great. If you don't know who I am, I'm Jeanne Omlor, the online business profit strategist and coach, and I help people get from 0 to 6 figures or 6 figures to 7 figures with organic marketing, sometimes in not a lot of time, okay, without funnels and complicated tech. Alrighty, if you want to talk to me, by the way, #talk, we'll get on a heart-based conversation to see if we can help you. If we can help you. Now, I've helped people get from 0 to 17K in 6 weeks, somebody 2K to 25K in 3 weeks, and 80K in 12 weeks. So some people we really can help. If you want to know that, do #talk. We'll talk. We'll see what we can do for you. Okay, let's keep going. Number 1, write down everything you ever heard. Number 2, start journaling. You will be a millionaire. Yes, good, Bijal. Start journaling on, what is that in your brain? Because when you start doing that, you get really real about what's going on. Oh, I forgot my story. My story is this. I picked up a book called Catherine Ponder's Open Your Mind to Prosperity. I highly recommend it, by the way. I'd read a lot of books like this, and everybody was like, you should do this. And so finally a friend of mine years ago said, you should read this book. And I said, okay, I will. And I remember I was in Greenwich Village in New York City. We didn't have a washing machine or dryer in our apartment. Our apartment was fine, but we didn't have that. And I remember I was reading, and I put the book down, and I was watching the laundry go around and around, around and around, around and around. And I thought to myself, I'm not wealthy, and I don't have money and never have because I don't think I'm worthy. And at that point, I actually burst into tears because I realized the reason why I had been in such lack is that I didn't think I was worth it. I didn't think I was worthy. So now this is the clincher here. Most of this, sorry, I'm getting all teary-eyed. Most of this does stem from self-worth, okay? Because we don't believe that me, am worthy of this money. Well, now that I have made over $1 million, like in the last 16 months or so, I'm like, hell yeah, I'm worthy because I'm doing it. And if I had had a belief system that supported that earlier, it would have happened earlier. Okay, so that's the deal. Just get really clear. And when you figure that out, it's like there's a chink in the, like a window from your mind opens up and you see through it for the very first time. It was literally like my mind was there and I saw this window and I looked through it and I thought, wow, so there is more than what's in my brain for me. It was mind shattering. Now, did piles of cash fall on my head? No, because it's a process. But I will tell you, that very week, I got the highest paying job I'd ever had in my life. And they actually agreed to my terms of working 3 days a week. I was a top executive recruiter on Wall Street. I had $100K a year working 3 days a week. That changed everything because I thought, yes, I'm worth it. So really it is about, yes, you're worth it. You have to believe that you are worth it to make more money. Okay, so now I have 2 trainings on this. Now, if you want the training on my training that I do to normalize my numbers, to get me into this wealth mindset for my business, just DM me just DM me or comment, actually. Comment, yes, would love the training. I'll put it in the write-up as well. Okay, so that's that so far. So I want to make sure I don't go over my time. I still have time. First thing, get clear. Always get clear. Second thing, write down everything you have in your mind that has not yet materialized. So if you want a multi-million-dollar business or even a 6-figure business, write, I'm so happy and grateful I have a 6-figure business. Okay, Bijal, we'll get that to you. I have a 6-figure business already in my mind. Okay, so that's the thing. I'm so happy and grateful I have. Make a list of all the things that are somewhere in your consciousness, but you've not allowed yourself to have because you have a money story that's kind of like clogging up the system. All right? Get clear on what you have somewhere in your mind that you know one day you're like, yeah, I want to make $1 million. And then your money story is like, no, you don't deserve that. So it's never going to happen if you don't get clear on what those messages are that are in your brain. No blame to anybody else. We all have money story. Okay. Then you ask yourself, what do I need to do to have all these things that I know I have somewhere? I don't say the word want because want is kind of a grasping thing. If we want something, it's because we already have it somewhere in our consciousness. So when you're thinking about more of a having mentality that's already somewhere, it takes away the grasping, I want. Because a lot of people have problems with the I want, like they feel like they shouldn't want, okay? So 3 things, get really clear on those messages you're hearing, get really clear on what you have. And the 3rd thing is to get super clear on what you need to do to get that. Do you need to hire a coach? Do you need to invest in something? What do you need to do? Because there's always an action step plan, I believe, in life. You want something, you have something in your consciousness, what do you need to do? What do you want? What do you need to do to get it? Because it isn't enough. I know people say, I got clear and things followed. That was never me. It was never, I got clear. It was, I got clear and then I got clear on what I needed to do because now I had no fear because I believe I'm worth it. And I got a plan and I got help. So it's 2 things work together. You need to have the mind landscaping that you are preparing your mind for a better money story. You're rewriting it. And then, okay, and before that, you can actually rewrite your money story. I'm a 6-figure, 7-figure coach or whatever, and I live in this kind of place, and my kids have this, and I'm taking care of my mom. So you can write the money story as you want it, okay? But it's not enough because affirmations, I don't believe, are enough anymore. Okay, and then what do you need to do? Okay, get clear on that. And then what help do I need? Really important. What help do I need? So there's 4 things. Get really clear. Write down stuff that's in your money story. Get clear on what people said to you. Get clear on what you want to exchange that for. Get clear on what you have in your mind but hasn't materialized yet. Okay, get clear on what you need to do and also get clear on the help. Okay, if this has been helpful so far, hashtag live would be great, hearts would be great. If you want to talk with me, if you're a coach or a service provider or an online service provider like a digital marketer or copywriter or a consultant as in kind of like a coachy kind of consultant, just do hashtag talk and we will get on a call with you. We'll figure out how we can help you. I've gotten people from 0 to 6 figures, not a lot of time. I've gotten people to 100K months. And I myself, I'm proud to say I got myself to $1 million recently since the end of 2019, actually, because I've been a coach for a long time, but I sort of restarted my business online. Okay, so we have a few minutes left. Does anybody have any questions about this? If you want to plug yourselves, do so. If you're watching this on the replay, please put replay and also plug yourselves. If you want my training on how I normalize my numbers to make more and more and more, which really helps your money story, put would like the training or just training, and we'll get that to you. Okay, so has anybody got any questions? Did anybody like this? If so, put some hearts. Now I go live every week. Now next week it will be at a different time because I'm flying, but I try to do once a week so you can actually do a search for me and see when the lives are. Okay, so just see if there's any more comments that I've missed. Okay, I think I missed some. All right, so this has been wonderful. Again, hashtag live if you like this. Hashtag replay, hashtag talk if you want to talk with me. Okay, take care. Have a beautiful day. Bye.